was 8 months ago maybe. Bobby always says that he thinks I thought that he would be just a typical country writer and trying to just write Nashville songs and whatever. Anyways, we didn't know each other that well the first time we wrote, so I didn't know. And anyways, when we wrote this song together one day, Charity mentioned Mark Narmore. Oh, he's a mess. He's a mess. So me, Bobby, and Mark Narmore wrote this song. We wrote a couple, and I was like, oh man, me and Bobby's gonna write some good songs. This is the first one we did. We could drive to Charleston, or I can take you waltzing. Let's go back in time. We could board a steamboat, head towards the seaport. Let's hit New Orleans now. Just place your hand in mine. We could leave this all behind. You know, a simpler state of mind. We could dance in halftime, right foot you left, and I'd hate it if you left. So take a deep breath with me, do a curtsy and a bow, and I'll sway on the bow. A simpler place in time. We could dance in halftime. Halftime. We could dance in halftime. We can see the cathedral, and that's to shield us from evil. In our own little prayer, we could get us a hotel, take a voodoo love spell down in Jackson Square, and just place your hand in mine. We could leave this all behind. You know, simple state of mind. We could dance in halftime, right foot you left, and I'd hate it if you left. So take a deep breath with me, do a curtsy and a bow, and I'll sway you on the bow. A simple place in time. We dance in halftime. In halftime, we can dance in halftime. Oh, we can drive to Charleston, darling. I can take you waltzing. Let's go back in time.
Well, I'm going to sing you a song that I have never sang out in public, only on video. I know you don't want to hear it. I put it up just for fun last week, and now like over 22,000 people have watched it with no promotion whatsoever. Why are you tensed up all of a sudden?
I'm trying to remember all the words for the next song.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because of this story.
Well, I would hate to get booed out and kicked off the Opry before I was ever inducted, so I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm joking, y'all. Come on, ha ha, it's fun.
Anyway, we played a show in Michigan last week, and I love Michigan. I played there many times. And after the show was over, I was wanting to just go back to the hotel. And he's like, "Oh man, I'm hungry. Let's go eat."
Well, I mean, I guess when you're older, you can eat, Doritos for dinner and stuff, but I can't. I was like, all right,
Doritos?
The promoter didn't have us exactly at a nice hotel, so we didn't have anything to eat.
That's right. Well, anyway, I Googled and said restaurants open late in Charlotte, Michigan, and it, gave this one place. And we get there, and immediately this guy didn't like my jacket that I was wearing. Then all of a sudden, Sam's Granddad song, Tear in My Beer, came on the jukebox, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty wild. And he says, let's shoot some pool. And next thing you know, this guy just starts going crazy. And anyway, enough of that. Let me just sing this song for you. It tells the story. Well, me and my friend Sampo flew in for a big show in this little Michigan town. People loved our songs, we could do no wrong. Folks came from miles around. When the show was done, thought we'd have some fun. Stopped in, nope, I better not use the real one. What did I use in the video? Oh yeah, JB's Grill and Bar. When we walked in, this guy gave a smirky grin and made a crack about the jacket I wore. And after some cold pizza and a bad margarita, Tear in My Beer was playing. I said, now ain't that cool? Sam said, let's shoot some pool. Suddenly everyone started gazing. Mr. Unstable said, this is my pool table. 15 bikers gathered around.
Oh, true.
They wanted to fight. We said, no, not tonight. We were fast running, rental car bound. We'll never shoot pool in Charlotte again. For a minute there, I thought my life was gonna end. 2 against 15 ain't good odds, my friend. We'll never shoot pool in Charlotte again. Man, why do you have to go through this stuff to write country songs? Well, we ran out of the bar, they all crowded around our car. And I just know there were guns and knives. And I could just see broken bones, black eyes, and teeth gone. We were praying for our lives. I drove 85 in the zone of 35. Left those bikers there in the dust. Guess that's the price for a country singer's life. I swear you can't make this stuff up. We'll never shoot pool in Charlotte again. For a minute there, I thought our life was gonna end. 2 against 15 ain't good odds, my friend. We'll never shoot pool in Charlotte again. I thought the son of Bocephus and my life was gonna end. Really did. But we'll never shoot pool in Charlotte again. We'll probably never play in Charlotte again.
What's the first woman here? Bathroom.
Which jacket? Well, it was a beautiful jacket that this gentleman made, and it had 2 Indians on the back. And the guy, when he gave it to me, Ray Stevenson, he says, now this is Kalijah. Well, they didn't like Kalijah. Oh my. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I always say to Bobby sometimes, there's this weird thing where like, my dad's catalog and my grandpa's catalog is so big. Sometimes the songs that I do want to sing and I do know, there's a thing in my brain that like won't allow me to like know the words sometimes. So when I go and sing with my dad on stage at his shows, I sing the second verse of Family Tradition. That's it. That's what I'm allotted. Because I was too drunk when I was 14, 15, 16, and you don't trust me, I guess. And so something in my brain won't let me remember that song sometimes, and I have a couple like that. Hey, Anne-Laura. This is my cousin that I haven't seen in 7 or 8 years. Here she comes. And she goes to Auburn University. No, she goes to Troy State. She goes to Troy State.
Troy University, it's not Troy State.
No Trojans? Hey, you said Troy State, Bobby. You set me up. You said Troy State. What's Troy University? So, get with it. Well, as far as, parallelisms with me and my grandpa, there's a whole lot that is not just me trying to find something to launch a career from. There's a lot more than that. Somebody that I've longed to meet and longed to know and longed to have advice from, and a whole lot of things to unpack. But songs of his I sing, I only like to sing songs of his I truly kind of relate to and love. And some of them I can't, he was born in 23 and I was born in 97. They were at very different times. We were born in different places and situations, but some of his songs are so universal, so poetic and quintessential before it was even acceptable at the time to write and sing. And I love this song, so we're going to sing this one for y'all. What's the use to deny we've been living the life that we should have admitted before? We were just the victims of a half-hearted love. So why should we try anymore? The vows that we made, they're only to break. We drift like a wave from the shore. The kisses we steal, darling, we know not real. So why should we try anymore? It's so crazy how he could write these songs that in 1946 and 7, not everybody wanted to hear about them and their spouse, but he was going to write them anyways. It's a lot of power to it. All the dreams that we knew can never come true. They're gone to return no more. And baby, false love like ours, if with the fire, there's no use to try anymore. Our story's so old, again has been told. And on the path, let's close the door. No use to deny we've been living a lie. So why should we try anymore? falls look like ice, fades with the clouds. So why should we try anymore?
You're right, so universal. Well, we mentioned that we had Audrey's niece here tonight. I've said for many years she is so underrated. You know, a lot of people, you know, the things you hear, oh, she gave Hank a hard time. But the truth is, I don't believe he ever would have left here if it weren't for her. I've heard that from too many people that were there. I think he was kind of content to just play around South Alabama. That she had those big dreams, like you were saying today, over in Banks, Alabama, right? Didn't she work at a drugstore? Yeah. But she was really the first businesswoman in Nashville and just hasn't been given the credit. She, was so instrumental in Hank Williams Sr.'s career, and of course Hank Jr.'s. She was the first woman publisher in Nashville and signed songwriters who ended up having huge hit records. She started an agency and was one of the first to introduce Merle Haggard on the road and Waylon Jennings. And that agency eventually booked people like the Dixie Chicks and Jason Aldean long after her death. Was also the first one to bring a Hollywood film company into Nashville to do a film. I mean, I could go on and on. I do believe she was responsible too for a lot of acts recording Hank Sr. songs. She was the ultimate plugger. Fats Domino, Perry Como, Elvis Presley. When some of those people would come into Nashville, she would host these parties out at the house on Franklin Road and bring them in. Hey, why don't you cut You In Again? Why don't you cut Your Cheap Home? And they did. Anyway, I wanted to write a song to honor her. And a few years ago, little Jimmy Dickens was having a birthday party. And over in the corner was a guy by the name of Carl Smith. I don't know how many of you remember him. He was a huge star in the 50s and 60s. He was married to June Carter at one time. And then he retired in the early 70s. But I saw him over there and I said, man, I really want to meet Carl. And I introduced myself. He says, where are you from? I said, South Alabama. And he just started telling me Hank Williams stories. He said, when Hank and Audrey divorced, he said Hank would hang out with he and June. And he said one time at a baseball game, he would look down in the stands and he saw this lady. He says, oh my gosh, there's Audrey. And he ran down in the stands and it wasn't her. And one time, driving down Franklin Road, he thought he saw her. And he told Carl to stop the car. He got out and ran up to the lady and it wasn't her. So anyway, Linda Davis and I wrote this song. Right after Carl told me this story, I was riding with Linda the following Monday. She says, I have an idea called Looking for Audrey. Can you believe that? That was just meant to be. And here it is. He poured out of the back of a blue Cadillac, long, tall, and lean, a white cowboy hat, pulled up a stool at the bar, and said, I'm looking for Audrey. Took off his coat, lit up the smoke, stared into space, completely heartbroken. And I said, what do you have? Said, I'm looking for Audrey. Same conversation, night after night, shows me that same old picture, an old black and white. I'm looking for all three. Same conversation you sing.
Night after night, show me that same old picture, no black and white. That's the love of my life. I'm looking for her picture.
Oh, I miss my arms ring.
Same conversation, night after night, shows me that same old picture, no black and white. That's the love of my life. No, that's the love of my life. I'm looking for a dream. It's my dream. Has anybody seen now?
Give her my number if she drops by, and tell her I'm so lonesome
I could cry. Told Monday I wasn't crying tonight. I win.
We did that song in Alaska and I felt so bad.
I was like,
I was singing out loud. Oh my gosh.
no, it wasn't that bad, but I mean, it's a, you know, that's a home hitter. If you were singing it on stage with anyone else, it would be fine. When you're singing it right next to me, I'm like, ooh,
I'm sorry.
he read my diary.
I'm sorry.
Well, we're gonna sing another song that I wrote yesterday. Yesterday was very eventful. It was. No, it was. Actually, my car broke down on 231 southbound, not to Troy yet, yesterday. And I drive a nice new car, SUV, so it was not fun. It wasn't good.
And I'm about ready to go to bed last night over here.
Mommy's like, should I come pick you up? I'm like, oh, yes.
No.
I'll leave my car on the side of the road.
That's not the story. So he calls, I'm getting ready to go to bed, you know.